Before the fiber, there was feather. Once we tied our words to wings, today they ride on light. But whether sent by dove or data, the question remains. Will the truth reach us in time? What is the truth after all? And in this new world, where information moves faster than understanding, what becomes of truth, of love, of choice? In this story, old as time and urgent as now, two young souls meet. Romeo and Juliet, victims of biased information, misunderstanding, timing, and hijacked attention.
What is a name?
Juliet asks.
That which we call a rose. By any other name would smell as sweet.
She sees the soul. The world sees the label. This is not just a love story. It is a story of how attention is captured, how decisions are made, and how, sometimes, a message arrives too late. You are about to enter their world, and yours. A world of winged truths and digital illusions. Watch closely. Listen carefully. The message you're waiting for might not arrive. Love at first sight. A decision made not in thought, but in sensation. Romeo says,
"Did my heart love till now, forswear its sight? For I ne'er saw true beauty till this night."
He has known her for 5 seconds, but already his fate has changed. Their eyes meet across the crowd. A moment, unfiltered, unguarded. The heart races. The world hushes. Nothing else matters. Juliet says,
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name.
Two names, two histories, one feeling. Love, fast and unexamined, makes promises the mind cannot understand. The brain doesn't wait for logic. The human brain evolved to act fast. Before we're even aware, it's already made a choice. Emotion seize our attention, and attention becomes belief. The same system that helps us fall in love makes us vulnerable to manipulation. Algorithms don't search for truth, they search for reaction. The brain is a prediction machine, and emotion is one of the fastest shortcuts. In Verona, love and death dance hand in hand. One word misunderstood, one message undelivered, one emotion left unchecked. Romeo draws his sword not out of hate, but out of grief, confusion, and loyalty. He waits for the message, but the message never comes.
Unhappy fortune, the letter was not nice, but full of dear import,
lamented Friar Lawrence in Romeo and Juliet. She sleeps as planned. He arrives, not knowing, and in the silence, he sees death. He doesn't ask, doesn't wait. He drinks.
"Thus with a kiss I die,"
said Romeo. As the poison settles, she wakes up. In the 21st century, many of our decisions are based on information that is incomplete, accelerated, or false. What we believe depends on what reaches us and when. If truth arrives too late, we fill in the gaps ourselves with fear, assumptions, and stories shaped by our own biases. In digital environments, messages are optimized for attention, not accuracy. We react before we comprehend. So did Romeo. In a system that moves faster than reflection, miscommunication isn't a glitch, it's a built-in feature. Romeo didn't fail because he was irrational. He failed because he acted on partial data. So do we, every day, without pause, without checking. We move from input to outcome and call it a decision. Lost information, deceiving reality, and impulsive reaction triggered real death. The poison has claimed him, but she still breathes. She leans toward him and understands. It is too late.
What is here? A cup, closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end.
She takes his dagger, not because she must, but because in a world without love, she sees no way forward.
O happy dagger, this is thy sheath, there rust and let me die.
Young brains are wired to feel deeply before they think clearly. The prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for judgment and self-regulation, takes years to fully develop. It matures through challenge, through delay, contradiction, and slowness. But we rush our minds like we rush our downloads. We swipe past discomfort, mute complexity, and trade understanding for instant responses. In a world of constant stimulation, binary choices, and surface-level emotions, it becomes harder to grow roots. But growth is still possible, with reflection, silence, and courage. Juliet's tragedy isn't her love, it's the system that gave her no time, no space to grow into it. Sometimes it's only when the system breaks that we begin to truly see each other. It began with a glance and end with silence. But silence is not the end. It is the beginning of listening. Look around and see the pigeons returning back to their love nests. Romeo and Juliet were not destroyed by love, but by haste, by noise, by unexamined truths. In this age, your mind is a battlefield. Your attention, the prize. We scroll, we react, we decide, often without knowing who whispered the impulse. The human brain is not a victim. It is a musician, a sculptor, a seeker. It grows with every pause, every question, every moment of seeing clearly.
You cannot lose a game if you don't play the game.
Says Mercutio in Romeo and Juliet. The message has been sent. Will you receive it?